Believe and know that nothing happens by chance, that we're all here by divine appointment. For those of you who tuned in at this moment, we welcome you. We know that there is something for you at this moment in time, because this is the moment. It's the eternal now. The Course in Miracles states, love waits on welcome. Love waits on welcome, not on time. And what that means is there's a readiness. There is an energy. There is a welcoming. There is an opening. And as we look at the power that is within us, which is our theme, today we're going to address the power of affirmation. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And nothing was made that was made without this Word, this energy, where the Word became flesh. Energetically, we know that at the throat center, this is a chakra. A chakra means a wheel of spinning energy in a clockwise fashion. This is the fifth chakra. It vibrates to the blue ray. It is our power center, where we speak our word into the law of mind, realizing that that word returns in full-blown expression of that which has been sent forth. This is what we teach. We teach scientific prayer. We do not beg, bargain, or beseech an anthropomorphic God sitting in the sky on a throne, keeping score, saying, okay now, Dennis, that's two. God, I got it now. He's so innocent and perfect, we had to pick on Dennis, right? In this energy, in this knowingness that our word is law, we begin to stand porter at the gate of our conscious mind, allowing those things in that truly serve at the highest vibratory frequency. And when we profane and blaspheme by using the sacred I am, which invokes the divine presence to say, you spill something, you think, oh, I am so dumb. Why'd I do that? Our self-talk, our negative self-talk. I loved it when my little grandson did something. He was about 2, and his mother said, you're learning. And instead, he had like this look on his face, and he goes, yes, I'm learning. And I thought, that is so great for each of us when we do something that we think is dumb or isn't, up to our level, that we're learning, we're unfolding, we're growing, we're expanding past the known and how we've always done it, the habituated pattern, the conditioned reflex response of how we've always done it. And we are absolutely thinking new thoughts. And that's why this is called new thought only. It's ancient wisdom. But it was put in and regarded as new thought because it was not a standard brand religion. So when we speak our word into the law of mind, and you make your declarations into the law of mind, they have to be positive and at the highest spiritual frequency. Gandhi said, my life is my message. In this he was putting out in thought, word, and deed, energetically, that I am the prayer that's praying itself. I am affirming and declaring who I am. This is who I am. And Emerson said it. Who you are speaks so loudly I can't hear what you're saying, because there is an emanation of energy. So whether it's thought, word, or deed, it's all an affirmation of life and how we're holding these universal dynamic principles and laws of life. Now, many times when we're affirming, we're looking outside of ourselves and we think, it looks so much better over there. But the truth is, we take ourselves with us wherever we go. So over there is really right here. And there's a beautiful Japanese parable of the stonecutter. And the stonecutter was passing by a merchant's home, and he looked in and he saw glorious things inside. And he saw the beauty of his home. And he thought, oh, he is so lucky. If I could only be a merchant. And suddenly he found himself this amazing merchant in his home. And he saw that he was hated and yet he was regarded, and that people looked at him askance. And as he was the merchant looking out, he saw a high official. He was being carried in an embroidered sedan. And there was like a marching band along with him. And gongs, and there were people that were revering him. And he thought, oh, how wonderful to be a high official. I wish I could be a high official. And he no sooner got it out of his mouth, he was suddenly sitting in the embroidered sedan. And people were looking at him, some with regard, others with hatred, because they saw him as someone they had to bow to, and this created resentment. And then he began to get sticky and warm, and he began to perspire, and he looked up at the sun and thought how powerful the sun is. If I could only be the sun, I would be so powerful. And before he got the words out of his mouth, he became the sun, shining on all things, scorching the land, being cursed by the farmers. And as he was shining his light and the rays of his light, it was amazing because a storm cloud came and covered his rays. And he thought how powerful the storm cloud is. If I could only be a storm cloud, I would be so powerful. I would be the most powerful on all of the earth. And suddenly, guess what? He became the storm cloud. And he began to rain, and it rained, and people were thinking, when is this ever going to stop? And cursing the rain and the cloud. And before he knew it, he was being moved by this amazing energy that was the wind. And he thought, the wind can just move a storm cloud. How powerful the wind is. If only I could be the wind. And guess what? He no sooner got the words out of his mouth, he became the wind. And he blew and uprooted gardens and trees, and the people of the village began to curse the wind. And suddenly he came upon something that was immovable. It was this amazing, huge stone. And he thought, look how powerful that stone is. I, the wind, it's immovable. Oh, how powerful. I wish that I could be that stone. No sooner than he got the words out of his mouth, he became this great and powerful stone. And as he was in his power as the stone, he heard something and he began to change form. And he didn't understand what was going on. And he looked down and he saw a little man with a chisel and a hammer, the stonecutter, cutting away at the amazing stone. So why I love this parable so much is the stonecutter thought, oh, it would be so great to be the merchant, to be the high official, to be the sun, to be the wind, to be the storm clouds, to be the stone, and to look down and see yourself that I am enough. I am enough. I don't have to give my power away to anything outside of myself. Right where I am is a perfection, that I begin to affirm my own truth. One of my favorite affirmations is, there is one life, that life is God's life, and that life is my life now. That is my very favorite affirmation. We are co-creators with a universal intelligence. Each and every one of us was created in the image and likeness of God. And when we really understand that, there is no competitiveness. There is a mutual cooperation. Someone came up to me and said, oh, your competition down valley. I said, I have no competition. Everything is by right of consciousness, is it not? By right of consciousness. We don't need to compete with anyone else. We are in cooperation with one another. That what one attracts will attract something else. That we're here by right of consciousness, and yet we acknowledge our oneness. We acknowledge the energy that allows us to feel that divine connection, to affirm our truth in the face of what might be very, very scary appearances in life. Dr. Ernest Holmes said, when things look the worst is the best time to treat, to know the truth, to speak our word into the law of mind, knowing that our word returns in full-blown expression of that which we have set forth. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. That there is a power for good in the universe greater than we are, and we can use that power. We tap into it in a co-creative way. We open the space to allow God to do what God does best by means of each and every one of us. That when we are tempted to speak our word in a way that does not serve, we clear it. We cancel that. We let go and we allow the truth of our being to arise triumphant and victorious. That some of us are going through health challenges. That we affirm at a DNA cellular level that I am happy, healthy, prosperous, and free. That my body is the temple of the living God, of which and to whom which I do such a good work. That I have energy, that I have aliveness. That I don't, when we buy into the aging thing, it's not to say that we're afraid of aging, because I'm not afraid of aging. I willingly share how old I am, and people go, oh, don't ever tell, your age. Why? I'm proud that I've been on the planet almost 69 years. I think it's a real wonderful thing to grow and unfold and to share what works for us. I think it's wonderful when someone stands up and says, I'm 89 and I'm divine. I'm totally divine. That with each year and the passing of the seasons, that we grow in grace, we grow in wisdom, we grow in intelligence, and we begin to open ourselves up and open our hearts up in such a profound way. And it's interesting, I was going into the post office, and there is this homeless person, and she's got her little bag out. And when I connect with her and feel her energy, and I feel the sweetness, and I feel the appropriateness of this moment to stop and just to look into her eyes and to acknowledge her and to know that we are one, that this is her journey. I don't feel sorry for her. I won't do that to her. I feel that there is a dignity, and I think it takes great courage to have a little bag out and to say, whatever you can do, I'm appreciative of that. That Jesus said the poor will always be with us, and he meant that there is an energy that will always be there to get our attention so that we can connect and realize our oneness. That we give, in our way of life, we give a hand up, we don't give hand out. Because if we give a hand out, that keeps people stuck. If we give a hand up, energetically, that lifts both of us. Here is a hand up. And I know that this is a temporary situation. And I am affirming that I am in perfect peace. That my mind is stayed on what is working, what is life affirming, what is evolving. That when things are going slowly, the old saying, God's delay is not God's denial. That there are seeds that are being planted, that are being nurtured, and it takes a certain level of courageousness to know that it's all unfolding as it should. And when we let go and let the universe do what the universe does best, it all unfolds, that there is a divine timing. Whenever I feel I have to force something, I know that this is not working. Coercion never works. But when we let go and we do our work, and we're planting the seeds, we're nurturing, we're watering, we're doing everything there is to do, there's a time to let up. So we make our declarations, our affirmations in every area of our life, and to know that our relationships are working. That truly the ground of being is that God self, that we embrace and know that. And I have, through the years, people come and they say, what better place to meet someone than a spiritual community? And that is very true. And one of our guests, Reverend Paul, Paul Seagram, and he did a Wednesday night live, and he called me from Sedona. And he said, that night I did the Wednesday night live, he said, I met someone in the audience. We're now living in Sedona, and we're very happy. And I said, that is wonderful, that you had a divine appointment, that you opened yourself up courageously for a relationship, because you want to really grow really in amazing ways. Get in a relationship. It's interesting, I saw a bumper sticker on the way here one Sunday, and it said, I think, therefore I'm single. And of course I got a good laugh out of it. And but the truth is, if we want to grow, we get in a relationship, because our projection is being reflected back to us. So if we have an energy charge on whatever is going on, this is where we get to do our work. And we get to learn and we get to grow. And I'm going to be doing a workshop on this wonderful book, and it's called Creating Money, Keys to Abundance. and it's a channeled work. And they channel these entities. They say that we tap into it and we get all the answers that we need. And one of the things that they said is, I create abundance through joy, aliveness, and self-love. That is their affirmation. I create abundance through aliveness, joy, and self-love. That when I'm in the state of joy, which is the most infallible sign of the presence of God, I attract to me. I was speaking with Mario yesterday, who opened up yet another dress shop, and he said, you know, I am just expanding, and he shared some of the things that he's doing and some of the people that he's helping. I said, this is your ministry. See, what happens is our life work becomes our ministry, and it's, you know, great to have product, but it's the relationships, the people, and the energy that comes within our circle, our sphere of influence, where we feel this connection and begin the power of affirmation and knowing absolutely and totally, as Buddha said, we are in our right livelihood. We love what we do and do what we love, and there's no greater combination in life than that. That our life is our message. That people are going to get who we are. And there's no agenda. There is just an openness and a realization that we want to grow and unfold and expand in amazing ways. We want to do what we want to do when we want to do it. Energetically, that's what works for us. So when we look at the power of affirmation, and that when I say, I really want for you your highest vision, your deepest desire, your most sacred goal, that it's an already accomplished fact in mind and experience. That when we open ourselves up to know that your good makes mine possible, your success makes mine possible, my success makes yours possible. That in this oneness, in this aliveness, in this eternal moment, we come together as one. The synergistic mind of God, the whole becomes greater than the sum of its parts, and the energy arises triumphant and victorious. And I have seen Fleet working for years, and now he's getting all these wonderful opportunities to sing, to do what he loves, to share his joy with others. And others are feeling the energy of that. And I love the way it works, because when you succeed, I succeed. When I succeed, you succeed. And I can remember that one of my great visions was to speak in Oxford, at Oxford, England. And when I realized that goal and speaking on the biology of belief and the recognition and the energy of our oneness, all the nervousness, all that energy disappeared as I felt that I was in my right place doing my divine right thing at that divine right moment. And that it's, yes, it's about place because we make it a goal, but it's no more important than sitting with a dear friend and sharing a moment that is going to make a difference in our lives in amazing, amazing ways. I love our way of life. It's demanding. I think that it demands that we grow. It demands we live our stuff when it comes up and releasing it. It demands that we forgive. It demands that we become the highest expression of ourselves that we can be. That we are ever growing and ever unfolding. So thank you for being here today. I want you to know that I greet you with profound esteem, and I know at the deepest level that we are going where? Higher yet. Where are we going? Higher yet. Where? Higher yet. And so it is. God bless you.